Here's the placard. She was born here, but she wasn't necessarily raised her whole life in Atlanta, Texas. I just found out from the gentleman. And of course she, flew in France originally. So that is so freaking awesome though. Okay guys, we are here in Atlanta, Texas, and we are seeing the 2/3 scale model of the plane that Bessie Coleman flew. Jenny, and she is a native of Atlanta, Texas, and part of this museum in the downtown area dedicated to her. First black pilot, Atlanta, Texas. It says here, Bessie Coleman, born in Atlanta, Texas on January 26, 1892. Bessie Coleman learned to fly in France and received a license from the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale on June 15, 1921, 2 years before Amelia Earhart. At that time, the FIA was the only organization whose recognition granted one of the right to fly anywhere in the world. Coleman was the first African American woman to receive an international flying license. Coleman made the first public flight by an African American woman in the United States on September 3rd, 1922 on Long Island, New York, and made her flying debut in Texas on June 19, 1925 at the Houston Aerial Transport Field. In 1995, the United States Postal Service issued a Bessie Coleman stamp commemorating her as an American legend, and there's the stamp. Pretty freaking cool. There's her her license, I guess, the France license. That's the United States Department of State. I can't really read what it says. It says here, another big flying circus, Bessie Coleman's farewell flight in Texas, Sunday, July 12th. 3 p.m. Houston Aerial Transport Field, and there's some pictures of her. She was a young woman. This is her hat, her helmet, I guess. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So there are lots of other things here at the museum, and just a little bit of Atlanta history here in this spot. You got the railroad of Atlanta with the map. You got the old switchboard there. Here's a little scale model of a railroad. And I guess this is part of the city hall or courthouse or something building. It's in the back of the building. And there's just a lot of little things here. Got a little brief history timeline thing. Starts at 1850, talking about the sawmill and the meat iron hooks. Yeah, 1850. Here's 1880. 1890, you got the cotton. And the cotton gin and all that, and lumber. The pottery, 1910 Hoffman pottery. Looks like part of the timeline fell off here. We got 1930 here. Before the Coca-Cola, there was ABC. We got some skins here. 1950. It's a very interesting museum here. Here's some indigenous people's section, small section here. And it looks like these things were donated by different families, different people. Some pottery there. A headdress, part of a headdress. It's really nice. Showing all the history from this area. You're not just focused on one type of history. This is the school section. Talks about the first school. Look at that pretty little brown girl. I guess it's a wagon, something a child would have played with back then. Lots of pictures. This is Atlanta's first school. Some of the school rules from 1896. And I guess this is what a teacher would have worn. All black, all the way up to the neck, long sleeves. Wow. See the bale of cotton over there? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I think that we're done. That's about all there is here. I think there was a plaque outside. Let's go outside and look at that. The gentleman was saying there's a placard outside that has some more about Bessie Coleman. So let's go back out and see that. Alright, this is a mural of Scott Joplin, father of ragtime. He's from Texarkana. We're in Texarkana now. It's a great mural. It's awesome. Pretty cool. I am in Texas and Arkansas at the same time. State line. Texas, Arkansas. I'm in 2 states at the same time. I'm in 2 states at the same time. Yeah.